Weston needs to get his brother focused on food production instead of wasting time brewing beer. If I ran things, we wouldn't have this problem. If you're here for Weston, he's underfoot somewhere, either here or at the factory. But please, if it's about that brewing nonsense, kindly leave. They don't need any more encouragement. Oh, sorry. My nerves are frayed. So many people coming and going for the company. Weston, that's my husband. Well, he's never been what I'd call a dreamer or a visionary. He's a practical man, good with ledgers and numbers. His brother Henry's the creative one, but he seems to have lost interest in growing the company, and now all he wants to do is brew beer. Filburn Agricultural Systems could provide the whole of the settled systems with food, not just Aquila City. Seems those two are content to think small. Well, I wish you were the one I had to convince. Well, you didn't come here to hear me natter on. Anything else? I know, we're late. It's been this whole frustrating episode. Short version, the farming equipment outside the walls needs to be manually rebooted. But the guards aren't going to be able to send people to fix it for days. We're committed to helping the unfortunates on the stretch, but the Ashta are just too dangerous for us to send someone. You would do that? If you get it rebooted, I'll get the harvest going ASAP. We can get the wheat to Amira quick. I'll talk with my husband, but I'm sure we could arrange payment. You'd be helping our business too, after all. Just be careful. Ashta are very dangerous.
Careful not to point me.
Catastrophic damage.
I think I got them. So lot 37.
capacity?
97.
If we don't get that wheat, the emergency fund's empty. So please, hurry. That is good news. What was the holdup anyway? Works for me. I hate to ask it, but I do need more help. Everything runs on charity. And our benefactors, though kind, I think sometimes, well, get sick of seeing me. A new face may ease up the purse strings, or at least save me. You take care.
Even without life, there is the potential for beauty.
I'm not afraid to use this to defend my home and my family. But you sure as hell don't look like any spacer I've seen before. So let me get this straight. You heard a distress call and you flew all the way down here. What are you, some sort of priest or good Samaritan? I didn't know people like you were real, but I got a heap load of problems. And I'm willing to pay my share for the help. I don't know what game you're playing, but I guess I'm in. Used to be 4 families that list help set up stakes in this system. We rarely saw eye to eye in the best of times, and believe me, True, these ain't the best of times. Spacers started raiding, and it's been getting worse. Only a matter of time before they end us all. Unless you're willing to help some hard-working, pig-headed settlers out.
So many willing to prey on others for whatever scraps they can get.
If you're trying to convince me that my fellow man is a bitter disappointment, believe me, I'm way ahead of you.
With that outlook, I believe no one is ahead.
No arguments here. The Spacers have taken out the family's list satellites, so we can't even talk to each other. You fix the Lopez satellite, and I'll open a secure channel, and we can sync up and get the lay of the land. It might be I'm getting caught up in the moment, but I actually feel optimistic for once.
Always a satisfying moment.
All thrusters firing. Orbital insertion. How are you easing into things, Andrasia? Is our mutual acquaintance helping with the transition to this new way of life for you?
Yes, I would say that the proper adjustments are being made. The most difficult part has been acclimating to what you perceive as the more insignificant customs.
Interesting. Such as?
Let me think. Oh, yes. Here's a particularly strange one. After a person sneezes, someone invariably invokes the phrase, "bless you." Oddly strange to administer absolution after witnessing a bodily function.
Oh, I'm sure there was a perfectly good reason that expression was connected to sneezing, but I'm afraid it's lost. To time.
That is a shame. I would like to have understood the specific etymology of those words.
Ah, well, I don't think that's necessary, Andrews. Take them out.
Torments most their shields. Torments shield.
The green light is on, which means communications is up. Sending the data on the other satellites. You do hear me, right? Hello? Now that's a weight off my shoulders. It's gonna take some time dealing with someone competent. I don't suppose you want a job working hydroponics. No one ever says yes to that. Once you repair the other satellites, I'll open a channel to the other families. broadcasting. Lopez... To Lemaire. Jacqueline, are you there?
Owen? How the hell? I'm almost glad to hear your voice.
Listen, we need to meet. All of us. These spacers have got us on the ropes.
What sort of game are you playing? We're not going to fall for another of your cons.
No game. No ruse. Times have changed. We need to move on or we'll all be the saddest little footnote in history.
We can meet, but it'll be on my ship.
Fine.
Huh.
I close the call. So that's good old John.
Target's shields are down. Target shields are down.
Lopez to Banda? Banda, you there? You got the satellites back up? That help. Big help from a friend. I didn't know you had friends. I'm turning over a new leaf. That day, we have to meet all the families. Oh, I bet Jackie's gonna love that. Oh, she was a real peach about it. So she's in? Has to be her ship, but she's in. I'll come over. And Alvin, it's good to hear you. Oh, you're choking me up here. And that's Janda. That's people. Maybe too good. All the satellites to fix. Excellent. And I'll patch in. Lopez to win? Lopez to win. When? When? This does not sound good. When, please? We may be the three families now. Well, head on over to the rendezvous. And that's the last of them. Stranger, let's meet up on Lemaire's ship. I'll square away payment, but I have a feeling this ain't over and there may be further paying work ahead.
Nice clean dock, Captain.
Any adventure you can fly away from. Is that how the saying goes?
Charming as ever. First things first, I'm pretty sure the Spacers got the wins. No contact with them.
All of them? My God.
Shit.
They were good people, and they died. Needlessly. Because we couldn't get our act together.
That's rich coming from you. You've scammed me time and time again, Albin.
The Spacers are a threat to us all, Jackie.
And that is the salient point. Mistakes were made, we need to get past that. What I'm proposing is a mutual defense pact, nothing else. Each of us throws in our ships, men, materials, and whatnot, enough to protect all of our asses.
I wouldn't give you one solitary ounce of helium-3 if my life depended on it.
The problem is, it does. I think we all need to cool off. Stranger, a word? First things first. You did an honest day's work, you deserve an honest day's pay. Here, with heartfelt compliments. But I expect you know what's coming next. We're not military folk, and I'm not ashamed to say we are out of our depth. I'll pay you more, much more. If you can help kick the spacers out of our system for good, and coordinate our efforts to do so. Right you are. So we're not babes in the woods. Each family has a ship or two and hard men and women that can handle themselves in a firefight. But the root of the problem is, admittedly, a self-inflicted injury. My family was here first, and when Liz sent other families here, perhaps I didn't take to it kindly. Might be I made an odd credit here or there at their expense. Something Lemaire especially has never let me live down. But now we need the Lemaires and the Bandits both, I reckon. I wouldn't hold my breath with Jackie. But Band is good folk. Well, hopefully. We need to cooperate now, but also in the future. We need a mutual defense pact. As our new mercenary commander, please talk with Band and Lemaire. Lemaire, God help us, especially we could use. Her family's got the most ships and crew by far. But if she's a lost cause, Ben and I can muddle through.
Just so you know, Albin is a con man and a thief. Associating with the likes of him reflects poorly on your character. Lucky you, then. So here's the deal. Odds are good my crew can hold out against the Spacers all by ourselves. If we're gonna band together, I have the most to contribute and the most to lose. The smart play for my interests is the Lemaire's hunker down and outlast the storm. I may not be some sort of military expert, but you can't know that for certain. That is a good point. Well, that's certainly true. I mean, if I could trust all parties involved, of course, you're right. Well, you might have a point. Fine. Let Albin know that I'm willing to try this defense pact for now.
We need to stand together. It's as simple as that.
Hello, stranger. Your work in getting the satellites up? You've done us a good turn. I know it was paying work, but a lot of mercs wouldn't even take a list contract. I figured he might. I mean, I agree that right now coming together makes sense, but it's hard to imagine Jackie and Albin working together for the long. Not much of a choice, really. Well, the Bandits will join the defense pact. We got one ship operational, another we can patch up. It's not much, but you'll have us when you need us.
So is a defense pact in business? Come on, don't keep me in suspense. You convinced Jackie? How in the hell did you man? Wait, words can do that? So, the sensors have picked up 2 contact groups.
Undoubtedly our spacer friends. We don't have many ships, but we can send them with you. Or hold them in reserves, your call. You got it. I'll send along word. After you deal with the spacers, meet back on my farm. I've got an idea how to find where the spacers are based.
Docking seal released.
Fire everything you got!
Target has last drive disabled.
Enemy shield systems offline. Enemy shield system has been damaged.
Direct hit to their grab drive.
Spacer contacts eliminated. That was... wow. Some good flying there. This is gonna be good! Won't be enough left for salvage when I'm done! You ran out of luck! Ah! Critical damage on the grab drive! Damn! Grab drive is out! Shotgun shooting!
Enemy shield gone. The shields gone.
Excellent thing, grab drive.
You can try and run!
They've lost grab drive capability.
Took some damage here, but we're clear. Lopez wants to meet back at the farm. So, thanks.
No breathable atmosphere.
A little extra excitement, eh?
Glad to hear you're back, safe and sound. Banda, you owe me 30 credits.
You're tougher than I thought.
Easy money. So while you were doing that, I used the communication satellites to triangulate some spacers' chatter.
You did what?
I'm more than just a pretty face. Anyway, there's an old derelict star station the spacers are using as a base. Couldn't say it better myself. There are undoubtedly a lot of spacers there, both ships and men on the station itself.
We need to excise this cancer from our system. Every last one of them.
100% agree. So, oh glorious leader, any words of wisdom or inspiration before we embark? So caution's the word of the day. Got it. We need to bring everything we got to bear. There won't be any do-overs on this one. We'll all be waiting for you to jump in.